Hey, great. It's really our great pleasure to welcome all of you here today to the Blockchain Leadership Conference Connect 2018. And it's graciously hosted by the International Data Engineering and Science Association, also known as IDEAS. I'm today's NC Wenxi, currently a graduate student at Columbia University School of International and Public Affairs. First of all, please welcome the Committee Chair of International Data Engineering and Science Association, Mr. Jason Geng, for the opening remark.
Okay, thank you. Thank you all. So, International Data Engineer and Science Association, we are a group of people from universities. I'm teaching at the University of Southern California, Marshall Business School, and also we have a lot of committee members from in industry, data science, AI, and the blockchain now. Our mission is, we want to build the community, the connection between universities and industry. There is a gap. Always there's a gap between academia and industry, right? So our mission is, we build the connection between professors and industry leaders. What do we do? Okay, so we have more than 10 conferences across the country, okay, every year. We came from Dallas in February, and we went to Boston. We have a Harvard University conference there, and we have MIT blockchain conference last month. And now we come to New York, and we will go to Chicago next week. We work with Chicago University. We will have a blockchain conference at Chicago University Research Center next week. Okay. So also we have an online workshop and offline workshop, and we will have a blockchain training start from June. And also we have a fellowship, help the young professionals to pursue their career as an AI engineer, data scientist, and a blockchain engineer. So this is our milestone. We started from Silicon Valley in the fall 2016. We already organized many conferences across the country, and also we have about 20,000 members now. Thank you all for all the speakers to support our conference and support our community. And I will introduce a program we will launch very soon. It's an online blockchain training. Okay, we have a huge need for the blockchain developers. Okay, we will work with the industry leaders. We will work with the schools, Purdue University Blockchain Lab, to have this online training. So if you are interested in this program, we are looking for teachers, we are looking for students, and also we are looking for industry partners. Okay, thank you all to come to our New York conference, and this is our contact information. You can send us email, and also we have tables outside, so we can make connection in the conference. And again, thank you for all the speakers, attendees, and the local community. And have a wonderful conference day.
Thank you, Jason. As you might already see from the PowerPoint, there are many well-known speakers from around the world for this conference. So without further ado, let's get the start of the events. Our first session for today, the session is the latest crypto trading tools and strategy, presented by blockchain solution architect and blockchain-driven Mr. Peter Borovykh. Peter is a quant who has created his own trading strategy. And he's also an author of the Blockchain Application in Finance. And the second edition of the book just came out this April. Let's welcome Peter.
Okay, I'll stand up there so you can guys see me. So let's just make sure. Come on. Really? The presentation. Of course. Always the different way. Yeah. Okay, so I double-checked the speakers. It seems like I'm the only one who will be talking about cryptocurrencies today. Everybody else talks about blockchain and serious stuff. But the reason why crypto is important, it's not even full screen. The reason why crypto is important, and I try to emphasize this time and time again, I mean, I'm a huge blockchain proponent. Yes, blockchain is more important than crypto. That's true. But at the same time, cryptocurrencies have large volatility throughout the day and sufficient amount of liquidity, making it very, very good asset class for generating wealth in the next 5 or 10 years. So if you guys are interested in blockchain, and if you guys are young or not young, you still need to generate wealth. So you definitely should take a look at cryptocurrencies and know exactly how to treat them properly. So my first question to everybody, I'm not sure how the public is today. Yesterday was completely dead and nobody wanted to participate or engage to my very fun questions. But today is a different day, Sunday. So first question is, how many of you guys own cryptocurrencies? Nice. Okay, finally people are honest. Okay, cool. So how many of you guys are hodling? Just buying and hodling, thinking that it will go up and change your future, and you'll buy a Ferrari. Okay, cool. How many of you guys using basic tools for trading? RSI, MACD, moving average, some kind of analytics. Okay, cool. How many of you guys are using sophisticated tools like artificial intelligence, algorithmic trading, high frequency? Okay, so how many people raise their hands for the sophisticated tools, please? Okay, everybody else, look at them. Look, a round of applause for these guys. You guys should talk to them. Come on. You guys should talk to them and learn. Because in this market, with sophisticated tools, you'll be able to make a killing. All right? So in the room like this, usually, statistically, based on our surveys, 85% would be hodlers, 13% would use some kind of basic tools, and only 2% would use AI. And the reason why it's important is if you start with 3 buckets, hodl, basic tools, AI, in just 3 months, whether the market is upside or downside, you'll have something like this, 1x, a 1.5x, and 3x. So you'd make 3 times your money if you use sophisticated tools. You would be making your money if you're a hodler. Since January, if you're a hodler, you would be just losing money, until April. Now you're probably going to be more or less even. And basic tools, you'll be probably making a little bit, like 50% more above the hodl. So that's why it's important, because sophisticated tools can make a huge difference in your profits. So quickly about myself, and slides are cut off. I'm the head of algorithmic trading at XNV, the crypto hedge fund out of Singapore. We have a legal entity here in the United States. I used to work on Wall Street. These are all the banks I used to trade with. I was trading equity derivatives. Used to manage portfolios up to $3.5 billion with all the banks mentioned below. Well, before that. Started contributing to the crypto space early on. Got introduced to it in 2013. These are the first publications. These are later publications, got mentioned in Forbes recently, Fox 5 podcast, all fun stuff. Yes, the book got issued, I think, fall last year. The second edition just came out a month ago. These are the conferences. I'm invited all over the place. But the reason why I'm sharing the conference is because this one was special. I did announce my full-time role at XNV, the hedge fund that I mentioned before. And the reason why this hedge fund is important for today's talk is because we use AI at literally every step of the process. So lots of business processes that we do, from compliance to trading, we do AI there. And the methodology that we're using for trading is also AI. That's the whole point. That's the reason why I'm here. I'm not just saying, buy Ripple, go. Although maybe you should. So, crypto predictions. Results speak better than words. If you follow my articles, in August 1st, what happened in the crypto space? Anybody knows? August 1st, important date. Fork! Bitcoin to Bitcoin Cash. Nobody knew what was going on. Everybody thought, oh, that's it. Cryptocurrency is done. Business Insider asked my opinion. I said, okay, let's go buy it because market cap will probably go up. Now we're talking about January, $20,000 almost for Bitcoin. Everybody was asking me whether I should buy Bitcoin or not. My taxi driver was suggesting that I should go and invest in this amazing ICO. And Silicon NYC said, hey, listen, maybe, what do you think about this rally? Should it continue? We said, well, based on valuation, it's not going to continue. It's probably going to be a downside. So you take 2 and 2 together, and you get 326% return with virtually no downticks just on market predictions. The cool thing about these market predictions, they were driven by AI. So I was not expressing my feelings or my opinions We had AI on the back end with X and V, and this is where the predictions came from. They all were based on AI and all different algorithms. The first one was mostly based on the traditional technical indicators plus the market crypto arbitrage. The second prediction was mostly based on the valuation. We compared cryptocurrencies to the decentralized cloud computing, such as IBM Cloud or AWS. So, what is AI? Question. What is AI? Anybody knows? Can somebody comment? Lots of professionals in the space. Please go ahead. Shoot.
AI is when people try to make computers work like they do in movies.
Matrix. Okay, what else? What else? What is AI? More. That's a great analogy, more educated view. Anybody knows? Of course, lots of you guys know you guys don't participate, just like yesterday. Nobody's engaged. That's amazing. So basically, AI is all about learning. Right? So if we go to school, elementary school, middle school, high school, college, PhD, we learn lots of crap that we don't use in life. That's amazing. We get A's, then we get a job. Then we die. So that's the life. Right? So we technically study for about 22 years. Now, what if for those 22 years you've been only studying charts? Right? 22 years, just charts. No geometry, no geography, no biology. Just charts. Or for 22 years, you've been only studying RSI, Relative Strength Index. Or for 22 years, you've been only studying coding to actually understand what these protocols do, right? The blockchain protocols. Or maybe you would actually build your own protocol. You'd probably be very, very much better at predicting the crypto prices because you would know either the fundamentals of the cryptocurrencies or you would know how to analyze the trends better, right? So that's the whole point. The thing that the amount of information, audio, text, visual, everything, that we learn over the course of 22 years could be learned by a machine in just 18 days. But the cool thing about this 18 days is that basically if you just have one more or less powerful computer, you can train about 20 PhDs in 1 year. And those PhDs will be very, very good at one specific task. The question is how to figure out that task, but that's a different conversation. But once we figure out the task, boom, we have 20 PhDs each year from one computer. Now, we don't have just one computer, we have lots of computers. So now we have 1,000 PhDs that all they do 24/7, they don't take lunch breaks, they don't take vacation, they never get sick. All they do, they look at markets and they react right away. Whatever they learn from the markets, they apply right away and tell you what they learned. So that's the whole point of AI is that it's non-stop, it's 24/7, it's amazing. Now, to show the power of AI, let's do a quick Twitter experiment. So now I need your engagement. If you guys are not engaged, you should be engaged. Look at this tweet. That's about Bitcoin. Tell me, so read that tweet first and tell me if it's a bullish tweet or a bearish tweet. Bullish means upside, bearish means downside. So whenever you guys read, whoever think it's bullish, raise your hands. Bullish. 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 And keep your hands because we need engagement in this. Okay, bearish. Downside. 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 Okay. Everybody else don't know what the hell is going on, right? So 80% of you don't even know what's going on. They probably didn't even understand what I want them to do. So basically, the whole point of this is through Twitter, you can figure out the social sentiment of what the market is doing, right? If everybody, for example, is saying that saying on Twitter that Bitcoin is amazing, chances are it's going to go up. If everybody is saying Bitcoin is crap, chances are it's going to go down. Now, let's assume that we are humans, and we are. So it will take us 3 hours to read a scientific journal. It will take us half an hour to read a New Yorker story, Washington Post article, 15 minutes, about 3 seconds to read one tweet, right? 140 characters. The decision making, though, is limited to 1,000 milliseconds, 1 second. And that's where AI comes in. AI comes in with this. So once we blink, all of us just blink, right? That's 15,000 tweets analyzed by a machine. Right? In just 6 milliseconds, we can analyze about 50 trading strategies that you guys will take probably a week to analyze if you guys are not experienced traders or investors, etc. So that's the whole power of AI. It can do lots of things. Now, it took us about a minute or half a minute to analyze the tweet. Lots of you guys didn't even understand what the hell is going on. In that half a second, our machine could go through millions of tweets and figure out specifically which tweets are bullish, which tweets are bearish, and figure out the whole social sentiment for that specific currency. That's the beauty of AI. So now, time for demo, please. So we are working on a project that's a derivative project from our hedge fund. This is just for the retail investors. It's based on subscription model, right? So you guys pay money and you get access to AI signals. So the cool thing about this is that first off, I don't even have access to, well, whatever. So these are the tweets. Right? These are the tweets recorded between beginning of April and mid-April. The green means that the tweet is bullish, and we'll see the red very soon. It means that the tweet will be bearish, and it's all analyzed by AI on the subjectivity level. Now, all that information is put into the social sentiment signal chart right there. Thank you. So you see that the orange is the number, the volume of tweets that has been generated right now, specifically about Ethereum. We're talking about Ethereum. And the green, or the blue line rather, is the index. So right now it's oscillating between roughly around 0. So basically the tweet is not telling us anything. The tweet is saying that the market is going to be neutral. However, once this line goes closer to 1 or close to -1, if it's getting closer to -1, we think it's bearish. It's getting closer to 1, we think it's bullish. Right? So that's how it works. Very easy. This is red. Boom. So some bearish, right? So again, this is some pre-recorded information, but that's exactly how it will look like. Now, we look at the strategies. We have certain tools, ADX, RSI, EMA. We have other 15 ones, but they're not included in this demo. And Ronin AI, that's the name of our project. That's the AI model that basically, that we took from the fund that we given access to everybody. If you click on Ronin, please, and if you double click on that chart, just to maximize, yeah, perfect. So that's basically, 2-day minute data information. The red means bearish, the green means bullish. These are not the signals, this is just the trend indication. So you'll be getting those push notifications if you buy the thing, and you'll be known what to do in this specific trend. So lots of people asked us, the reason why we started doing this is because I got bombarded with requests, specifically in January. People asking, should I buy, should I not buy? Lots of my friends invested all of their money because they're idiots. They obviously lost. So in order to, because I have to be polite and I have to nurture the community, my goal was not to not reply, I had to reply. So instead of replying, the idea came out, hey, how about we just create a product and we'll just sell subscription and the questions will be over. So that's the idea. So let's go back to, thank you. Yeah, perfect. So a more visual size of cutoff. This is 10,000, this is 15,000, this is 20,000, right? So if you invested $10,000 here in Ethereum in January, you would be somewhere there in April. And lots of hodlers got burned. And all the hodl kind of made money and kind of even right now. Lots of hodlers still lost money because they just don't have any risk management skills, etc. So think is this, can this chart be changed? From the market perspective, it cannot be changed. But what strategies can do is if you look at these red spots, some of these red spots are very negative. One is negative 20%, another one is negative 33%, third one is negative 53%. What if these spots, if you take the cumulative negative downside of these 3 spots, that's about negative 70, negative 80%. If you just neutralize them, because there's no shorting, or I mean there's shorting, but not very good shorting. What if you just cash out during those periods, right? Boom. What if you just have straight lines? And the rest you hold, right? So if you hold and during those red spots you cash, that's your return. Now, if you invested 10 grand, you would be sitting on 16,500 right now, well, in April, mid-April, if you invested in AI versus sitting on 5,700 if you were just holding. So that's about 3x, right? So Ronin AI, that's our thing, hodl, that's hodl. So that's 3x and 1x. And obviously, whatever we showed originally, the hodl basic tools in AI, this AI is Ronin AI. So we, based on the historical data, whether the market is upside or downside, AI is able to generate 3 times the returns of a hodl within 3 months and above. So that's the statistics. It's not going to represent the future necessarily, but that has been the historical results. So the information, if you guys want to learn more, is roninai.com. If you guys interested to learn more about the demo, I'm available after this speech. I'll be outside showing this on my computer. And I think that's it. How much time do I have for Q&A? If I have any time. 5 minutes? Oh. Go ahead.
Tell you that you have 2 strategies. One is based on social media and other based on indicators. Could you tell us a little bit more?
We don't have one strategy. So basically, this was just for for everybody, for analogies. So we think is this: in order to do it, I have to have a lot of data. It's very hard to get lots of data in the crypto markets, especially when talking about the daily data, right? So you have to generate lots of minute data. So on the minute data, you have what? You have prices from different exchanges, you have volumes, and you also have social sentiment. Social sentiment, not just Twitter posts themselves, but also the number of them, also their subjectivity, etc. So on the minute data, it's market prices plus volumes, etc., plus the social sentiment. On the daily data, though, since we also have blockchain experts in the team, we also have some blockchain-specific stuff, such as blockchain hashing power, the price per transaction, etc. So then we combine the minute data and daily data to make sure that the trends, long-term and short-term, get converged together. If they confirm each other, boom, that's a signal.
So I was similar question. So for example, for the sentiments, do we customize like the social platforms or like on social people we are following, or do you just like choose them?
So the question, does it have any customization? Unfortunately, it does not at this point of time. Lots of people asking us, thing is this, we're still figuring out what you guys need, right? So we have everything on the back end, and we're not going to give you minute signals, although our strategists do trade themselves. So lots of people asking us about APIs, lots of people asking about access to data, lots of people asking about this question, so the customization. So we will probably address some of these issues down the road. At this point of time, we don't think it's going to be any customization. What kind of signals do we provide? Can you specify the question?
Like, how can I take an action based on your tool? Like, is it a specific action, specific recommendation you provide? If so, what kind of breadth of points that you cover?
So we provide specific recommendations to either buy or sell the cryptocurrencies. We do not execute for you. So it's just a pass-through entity where we give you a signal and then you have to go and execute. We are not. The reason why we're doing this not a hedge fund is because too much compliance. We don't want to deal with that. So you guys execute yourselves. We stick only to the top 4. We don't trade any SHIT coins, none of that. We do not profit any. We do not promise any, 1,000,000% returns. Our goal is to give you consistency. And compared to any other traditional markets like equities, bonds, commodities, FX, this is one of the top markets you can easily make above average market returns. And our goal is to make them consistent for an average user.
Since this is 24 hours traded, right? So your signals also comes through around the clock every day.
Well, lots of questions. Let's talk after the presentation. Anybody else?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
What if I use a bot to distort the sentiments? How do you respond to that?
What if you use?
I can tweet out 20,000 tweets using some bots and around. You're doing sentiment analysis as well, so how does that respond?
You could. I mean, there are definitely some inconsistencies. This is not perfect. What we're saying is this. Is this better than HODL? Yes. Amazingly, yes. On a level, yes. Are there some... I'll tell you another one. How do you fight sarcasm? Even if they're all not, even if they're all legit. Very hard. So there are certain things that we're trying to work on these. Yeah. Good question. So any other questions? All right, cool. Yeah, I'm done? Cool? Yeah? All right, thank you guys.